now. It's gut-wrenching. It's tough. It's difficult. Got a lot of guys that aren't used to something like that. And now it's the time where the leaders really got to lead. If you don't want to be part of this team, it is how it is. I want guys that can be out there to keep fighting no matter what the score is, no matter how the game's going. You just got to keep playing for your brother next to you.
Do you feel that sense of guys, sticking with this thing and not giving up?
Absolutely. I think there's a large group, and that's just what we got to keep building, keep advertising, and just keep getting guys to keep going along.
How tough was it today for you guys just to kind of keep going back out there after that quick snowball of things that happened?
I mean, that's what we do. No matter if we have just a blade of grass, we're always ready to defend. Unfortunately, there were some times where we couldn't go out there and do anything, but that's not our job. That's our responsibility. At the end of the day, we didn't force any turnovers, and that's unacceptable from the defensive side of the ball.
Danny, there's going to be a lot of people that maybe lose faith in the direction of this thing. There's 5 games left. What would you maybe tell fans and people that are maybe doubting the direction of this team right now?
I mean, we're just going to keep fighting. At the end of the day, there's no quit in this team. I mean, there shouldn't be any fans, but they're really true fans. At the end of the day, I love every single person on this team. I love the fans. But if they're not going to be with us, then were they really fans to begin with? What you got for me, Eddie?
I mean, what's the mood like on the sideline when you look up, you're 15 minutes into the game, real time, down by 21?
I mean, honestly, at that point, just like, let's just go out there and do what we can do. We can't control that. Obviously, sometimes plays like that are going to happen. And it's not in the defensive, it's not our job to get mad at the offense, do all that. They're going to handle it. They're going to do whatever they can to get that corrected. If we have a bad attitude and go out there when there's times where we have that fake punt, and then if we have a bad attitude, they're going to score again. He's getting our touchdown. But we do our thing. We hold them, and that's all we can do as a defense.
I'd imagine when you decided to come back, you could have never expected it to be as bad as it is right now.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, at the end of the day, I wanted to come back and just finish my career the right way, no matter how that's signed up for. I wouldn't change this locker room. I wouldn't change it at all. Man, I love every single person in this team. At the end of the day, we're fighting. It is what it is. It's just the game of football.
Jackson is somebody that obviously you're close with, and I know you're a big believer in him. What was it like to see him get another opportunity to get to go back in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I was really happy for him. That's a guy, when it didn't go his way, he was kind of sidelined at the beginning. That's a guy who hung his head up really high and came to work every single day with the right attitude, right mindset, kept leading the guys. And then when he got his chance, he made the most of it. Really proud of him and how he responded.
With the adversity right now, do you find it easier or harder to lead and be that voice that you've been?
Oh, it's definitely harder. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, leadership's easy when you're undefeated and everything's going your way. Now it's the time where, some guys are going to, it's just naturally, you're going to have doubt. You're going to have just like, they're going to listen to outside noise. And now's when it's really tough. And I think we have a lot of guys who are stepping up and just doing what needs to be done.
You're obviously a big believer in Brent. And like I said earlier, people are going to criticize this coaching staff, criticize the team. How much faith do you have in Brent to get this thing moving in the right direction? Not just this year, but long term as the head coach of this program.
Oh, I have the utmost, faith in Coach Venables. That's a guy that no matter how the situation's going, he's going to be as intense, as positive, and he gets things done. And that's just how Coach V is. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be successful here on out. Obviously there's growing pains, and it is what it is. We're just going to keep fighting. We have a great opportunity next week, and we're excited for that. And you just have to flush this game, learn from the mistakes, and just keep doing better to get better and better.
What was his message after the game to you guys?
I mean, there was a lot said, obviously, but basically, we're going to keep fighting. If you think there's any doubt in your mind about what this team can still be, then some things have to happen. But obviously, there are not many guys that think like that. And that's kind of just the message.
What were your thoughts? I mean, on the defense as a whole. I mean, you talked about not getting a turnover and things like that, but guys like Jaden Jackson were able to get a sack, Ethan Downs had a sack. Just talk about the defense as a whole. What you think about them?
I mean, we played our tails off, from the start of the game to the end of the game. I'm really proud of that group. We responded. There was a lot of times in that game where, it's easy to give up and give in, but those guys, no matter what the score was, were out there fighting and playing their tails off.
Thanks, Danny.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.